a woman's prerogative is to change her mind. And over the last 5, 6 months, I guess we've been filming many times, and even the audience has noticed that, and I've pointed out in several of the videos that we've done to Chunky, do you notice how her opinion just changed in the last 5, like the open relationship one? She's like, I'm definitely, exclusive. I want to be with one person. And then few little while later, well, I guess I'm open to the possibility of open relationships.
I need some backup.
So, so the question is what about all of the contradictory answers in the changing of your mind? Which seems that it may be shifting again.
Well, so me and my friend talked about this. She watched that video of the open relationships. And what I consider an open relationship is you two are dating, but you go and hook up with other people or see other people for short periods of time. But having 7 wives is way different in my mind and in my friend's mind. Like, I don't see having 7 wives as an open relationship anymore. I just see that as having 7 wives. So that's where my mind was when I was saying that. Maybe I'm still contradicting myself. I don't even know. But I don't look at it as open relationship.
You would have to define open relationship.
And then what I want to say again is, what if, like, I feel like it's not normal to have, like, what if I had 7 husbands? You know, like, that would change the entire
There are some
argument.
soy boys that I've seen pictures of, there's probably 4 or 5, I guess, in the last few years I've seen. And you got one chick with 3 or 4 husbands, and they all basically share her. And I have yet to see one of them that's actually an attractive woman. And you could tell these guys are all just doughy, soy boy, very effeminate guys. And you can tell she's kind of ruling the roost, but it's like, hey, different strokes for different folks. There's dudes that are willing to go along with that, is obviously us guys would say, as emasculating as it is, like, whatever, bro.
Yeah, everyone's got their own thing going on. It's all subjective. And you started off with, it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind, and that's an expression, but the expression should be, it's everyone's prerogative to change your mind. Everyone should be open to be changing their minds. That's what we want, is people to have open minds and to be open to new perspectives and to change literally in a conversation, and be like, wow, never thought of it that way. And to be able to change. You don't have to have a strict set of rules that you stick to for the rest of your life. Like, shouldn't you go through life with an open mind and, like, constantly be changing and growing?
I've changed my beliefs so many times, from hearing different sides of the story, or hearing different political arguments from both sides. Like, I always change my mind, and I'm not trying to pick everyone's side, but I think I'm just having a hard time trying to figure out, like, what I believe in, because I'm getting
chooses the middle.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a good politician.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. I like to always kind of be floating around in the middle, gravitate towards different ideas, and I change my mind a lot. A lot. I'm always moving around on my opinions with things, because with more data, with more information, you change your perspective on things sometimes. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So why do guys get frustrated when women change their minds? Why is that a bad thing?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Well, it's just pointing out
that we do it a lot.
Contradictory statements. Because like the one that I remember from the videos we had done was the open relationship one. And because we were talking about monogamy and being exclusive with one person versus open relationship, which is where you're with somebody, but you're each able to go and have other partners outside that relationship. And we were also talking about clients I have, especially Muslim men from the Middle East, that have multiple wives, and it's usually the hot young one that's giving them a hard time that I'm coaching them about. and because we were talking about kids, and she's saying that I only want to have two. That's it. I was like, well, what if the guy you're with wants to have 10 children or 12? She was like, there's no way. I was like, well, what if he had 4 or 5 other wives just like you that each would only have 2 kids? How would you feel about that? And she was, like, I'm definitely not open to that. And so by the end of the conversation, we were talking about open relationships, and she's like, well, she was like, I think anybody that does it, it's fine, but I'm just into being with one person. And then by the end of it, she was like, well, I guess I'm open to the possibility of open relationships.
So I don't think it was contradicting myself. I think it was just throughout I could be wrong.
She's
She's
woman-splaining.
Never mind. Now I feel like I'm woman-splaining.
Come on, tell us.
No, it's okay to change your mind.
Yeah, I just throughout the conversation, I decided, oh, well, maybe I do want an open relationship. I don't know.
No, because with more examples of open relationship, it opened you up to, there's different ways to view an open relationship. That's why what I said in the very beginning, let's define open relationship. Because in the beginning, her definition of open relationship was different than after you have the conversation, you had all these new examples of what an open relationship was. And she's like, okay, that's different. So I can't say it the same way I said it the first time because you just opened up all these other ideas of open relationship.
Like, imagine having kids with your husband. I'm not saying this is wrong, but just to me, this sounds scary. Imagine having kids with your husband and he wants more kids. So he goes and marries 2 other girls to have more kids with.
No. Hell
like,
no. No?
What? I would be so mad.
No.
But I feel like we would be able to talk.
But you have to agree on that. Some people like to do that.
Yeah.
It's subjective.
But what if you say you originally were like, yeah, we can have 4 kids, and then at 2, you're like, that sucks so bad, no more, 2, that's it. And he's like, I want 2 more. And he was like, well, then we talked about the possibility that I have another wife or 2 down the road.
The child is
but
coming out
if,
of us, so I feel like it should be our. Actually, well,
yeah.
both. It takes both to
what if the guy
it,
wants more? What if you really love the dude and you're crazy about him and you want to make him happy and he wants 10 kids and you're only willing to have 2? What's his options at that point?
If he doesn't like the fact that I only want 2 kids, then so be it. Go find someone else.
That's probably a conversation you should have before you get married.
Yeah.
But what if she changed her mind and said she thought, oh yeah,
like
4 or 5.
I wanted 10 kids.
She was open to 10.
Yeah, then after 2, she's like, screw this.
It's literally gonna be
yeah,
me.
like it was really hard birth. She's got bad health. It's not gonna.
But he would. Wait, the guy I would marry, or I hope I would marry, would watch me give birth and see how hard it was for me to give birth and understand why I don't want any more kids. And hopefully maybe we can adopt, or maybe he would understand, like, we can't afford it. Like, there's obviously going to be a reason
why
I
wasn't
don't
the
want
problem
more
and he
kids.
just wanted more kids, but he wanted them to be his own kids?
It's just an adult conversation.
sorry,
you have to
then.
negotiate.
Maybe find someone else.
It's a negotiation, period.
Yeah.
It's just a
It's a
negotiation.
question.
It would be a fight that probably
You would
last for a
negotiate.
while.
You would decide. You would have to have an adult conversation and say, listen, I came into this thinking 10 kids. I've discovered after 2, this is horrible and difficult, and my body can't handle birthing 10 kids. I don't want to do it anymore. And he would say, well, this is a deal breaker. And then she would say, I'm willing to give you 1 more, but I'm not doing 10. It's a negotiation.
Or you could get a surrogate. If it has to do with, like, your body.
If he wants it to be, yeah, true.
Because it
what?
is
surrogate.
their kid.
Oh, a surrogate.
Because it would be our
So
kids.
how is a
still.
wife not a surrogate?
No, you hire a
surrogate
woman.
is when you hire someone to
So
help
just
you.
a
carry
baby
it.
incubator.
So it's both of our, like, it's the same.
And it's got to be
sperm and
artificial insemination. You can't do the deed normal.
I mean, you could.
Would you mind that?
Actually, no, you're supposed to, like, do it in the lab and they put it in the wife. Like Kanye and Kim Kardashian did that.
With the surrogate, yeah.
It's their children. It's his sperm and her egg.
So they had
and
a
then,
surrogate?
And then once it's formed, then they stick it in the surrogate mother.
It's kind of cool. Some advanced technology there.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you can negotiate just about anything in life if you're civil and normal, but I don't think you're going to march into a relationship like a marriage demanding something or else. I mean,
We were just talking about
it's a
the
50-50.
possibilities because I think it was a relationship types was the question or something that we were discussing leading up to that. And it's because I have people all over the world in different cultures. Like I said,
True.
I have dudes that literally have multiple wives.
And that's interesting.
They have different households with each, so they're paying for 3-4 different houses, one for their, and all the women do get jealous of each other.
I would.
But-
I would get jealous.
So
of
that's
other
something that
girls.
that dude's got to navigate. That's in those situations.
He's got a
So
lot on his plate.
that's what we were talking about.
It's like that show Big Love. It was about the polygamous family where he had
Yeah,
3
because she's
wives.
like, girls are a lot of work. And it's like, so if
Imagine
girls are a
having
lot
3.
of work, imagine have 3 or 4 of them that all need your time.
God bless those men. God bless you out there, you Muslim men with all your wives. Hang in there, buddy.
I don't know how they do it.
I mean, one woman's a lot. Imagine 5 of them. And then they have kids too. So you could have like 25 children.
And how do you even like give your children enough time? Like I feel like those children wouldn't get like a good attention from their father.
It's just a different structure, family structure there, I'm sure. They might have group get-togethers too.
That's actually kind of cute.
Yeah, it is.
Little family reunions when they're all older. That's a whole different world.
Yeah, I don't know about it. I can't judge it. I don't live it, so I'm not here to judge. If they're happy, then go do your thing.